Good afternoon and welcome to my weekly live session when I share ideas and insights on leading your career. So today I want to share 3 ways to increase your value and visibility each week, and why it is so important to understand how you can take small steps each week to build your personal brand towards achieving your next career goals. And it's all about consistency. It's all about being intentional. So my name is Anne Caulfield. I'm an executive coach, leadership coach, and career coach, supporting individuals to develop the clarity, the vision, and the focus to fast track their careers on their terms within the area of expertise where they feel most competent and where they have a desire to learn, grow, and develop into the future. So if you're joining me live, if you want to say hello in the comments, and if you're watching the replay, if you could just type in replay. I love to really get everybody engaged in this live session and love to hear your thoughts, your ideas, your questions, which I'd love to answer throughout or even afterwards as well. If you have questions and you're watching the replay, make sure to ask me those questions. I'd be delighted to answer them for you. So what inspired me to come up with today's topic is it's one of the questions I get asked all of the time, and it is one of the areas that I put intentional focus on within my Career Growth Accelerator program. And this is the program where I work with individuals who've already had a level of success in their career, but now they want to get to the next stage. They want to carve out the path to getting to that next stage in their career, and they just want to get there. They want to go on a success path to get there, and they want that guidance so that they're not, trial and error, making steps forward and realizing they're not doing it in the right way. And sometimes I realize that a lot of people realize themselves that they're going about it in a way that's actually going to be a much, much longer route to getting to where they want to be in their career than going on a very much more straightforward path. So that's what I support individuals to do within the Career Growth Accelerator program. And we've actually just started a new program, a new next level program of the CGA Career Growth Accelerator. So if you want to be part of that, please reach out to me. I'm delighted to share more information with you on it. So the question that I get asked all of the time, and one of the many questions, of course, but one of the questions I want to talk about today is the question is, how can I raise my visibility to attract the opportunities I want next in my career? And what I find and what individuals find all the time is that people are taking a lot of action. They're doing a lot of things, but it's not necessarily the things that are actually getting them to where they want to be at the next stage in their career. And they suddenly realize that actually, I don't have the visibility I need at the next level or at the place where it's going to allow me to attract the opportunities I want in my career. And sometimes when people don't realize that, what happens is they think, okay, well, maybe I need to leave my organization. Maybe I need to go somewhere else. And often that's not even necessary to do so. It's just you need to understand that maybe you just do not have the level of visibility that's needed within your current organization for you to be seen as somebody who step up into that position or into that area of expertise. So my answer is always around the importance of building your value and visibility consistently. Not just when you're looking for a promotion, but building your value and visibility consistently as you articulate your value and connecting your value to the needs of others and is aligned to your career goals. So always making that connection between, what you're offering, the value and visibility where you're now and where you want to go to next in your career and how you can share and demonstrate that with others. And as I said earlier on, sometimes we get so stuck in the doing, actually getting the work done. And we feel that we sometimes need to take on more work to get visibility. We need to take on more qualifications and all this. And most often, if that's all you're doing alone, which is a lot, that's not going to actually get you to where you want to be. That's not going to increase your visibility. More than likely, it's actually going to bury you more work and make you less visible than ever, right? Now, there's different ways of slicing and dicing that, but I'm just on an overall level, you need to be really intentional about how you're going about doing this. So let me give you an example. So for example, if you're a finance director and you want to carve your future career path towards financial controller or chief financial officer, depending on the hierarchical structure of your organization and what's next, you need to bring into focus what are the skills, the capabilities and the competencies of that role that you need to start demonstrating an understanding of where in your current role, so where you're in your current role. It doesn't mean that you need to start doing those things because maybe that's not possible for you, depending on where you're at. But you certainly need to start demonstrating an understanding of those skills, capabilities, and competencies. And maybe demonstrating your skills around, is it strategic thinking, critical thinking, that you actually can apply within your current role, making decisions with the larger organizational context in mind, and sharing this and how you're thinking. So thinking of what are the skills, capabilities, and competencies, how can you actually demonstrate that in your role? Or maybe how can you start demonstrating an understanding of that to a wider audience of individuals who will need your support at the next level as you're stepping up to that next level in your organization. So very, very important thing to think about. But just for today, I want to share with you some simple, actionable steps you can take this week to increase your value and visibility towards achieving your next career goals. So this is going to be helpful for you when you're so busy, you have a lot of things to do, but you do want to increase your value and visibility and impact in the organization. And as I said, this is a whole area that I focus a lot of time on helping people to develop more specifically to their needs within my Career Growth Accelerator program. But today I want to share with you 3 ways to increase your value and visibility each week. So 3 things, simple things you can think about every week. So therefore, before you get stuck into your weekly workload and really taking a moment to plan how you can increase your value and visibility with those around you as you build your personal brand towards your next career goals. And that's essentially what you're doing, right? Building your personal brand is around how you want people to see you within the organization, what you want to get known for, what you want to see people, and what you want to get people to see what you stand for. All of those things are what make up your personal brand in your career. So the 3 things I want to share with you is, first of all, is to share a win. Okay. Again, we get so caught up in the detail. We're so busy. It's the next project, the next project. Sometimes we forget to share a win. And if this is about, maybe thinking about a recent milestone. Is it a recent decision, an obstacle, an opportunity, or a result that has been achieved, or an opportunity or an obstacle that has been overcome by either you or your team, and how it connects to the overall objectives of the organization. And sharing this at your weekly team meeting via email or another opportunity to share you or your team's success story. And what's really important here is that you focus on the value impact on others and what this win enables. So, it's not about just putting all the spotlight on you. The purpose here is this is the value that has been achieved, and this is what the next step is. That's now going to enable X, Y, and Z to happen. That's going to be able to support this particular group here to achieve the next step. And it does not have to be something really, really big. It can be progress on something. It can be a progression of a project, but it has to be demonstrating you or your team's value and contribution. Really, really important. And I know I hear this all the time. People say, oh, you know what, we're so busy. And I know myself from my own career of 20 years within corporate before I set out and set my own practice was very much, yes, we're so busy. We don't get a chance to celebrate the win. We're looking forward to getting this project done, and it's done. We're like, oh my God, we've achieved this. This is fantastic. But no, we've just thought about that. And what happens next? The next thing's on, right? So we're not really good at sharing our story, sharing our wins. So for this week or for the next week, just think about what is the one thing. And if you could put this into your diary every single week to think about what was the one win that I had from the last week that I want to share this week. And again, it depends on the forum that you can do that, depends what's available to you. Maybe it's your weekly team meeting, is it an email or whatever? How can you share that? Why is that important? Because again, it's demonstrating the value of you and your team. It's building your visibility, which is really, really important. And all of that to remain relevant, remain important, and of value to others. The second one is sharing value. So the first one was to share a win. This one is to share value. So more specifically here, I want you to start thinking about the resources or reports or relationships that you have that someone else would value from in order to overcome a challenge or to win an opportunity that they have on their table right now that you can share with them. So you might see somebody who has a particular challenge or an opportunity that's coming about, and maybe you know that there's certain resources that you have. Maybe that could be a report, it could be a relationship that you have with somebody else that they don't have. What is it that you have that you can share with this person that really costs you nothing, right? This is really important because this builds relationships with others. It helps you to collaborate with others as well, right? So building that collaborative environment. And again, it's bringing value to somebody without expecting anything in return, which is really, really important. And we all have so many resources at our disposal all of the time that, you know, could be really valuable to somebody else. And it really doesn't cost us anything to share that. And this is a really, really, really valuable thing to think about of how you can share value with others. So that's the second one, right? The third one is to make an introduction. So who has joined your organization, or maybe you know, your team? So who has joined your organization or maybe become a stakeholder in your project that you've not yet had the opportunity to make a one-to-one introduction? So this is highly likely, more so than ever, in a remote and hybrid work environment, when you have less opportunities to, you know, pass by their desk, have a chat with them outside of the meeting room after the meeting, or have a coffee with them. You know, this is highly likely. So think about who might that be for this week, and reach out and schedule an informal introduction call with that individual if it's a remote environment. Or maybe you might have the opportunity to be in the office one day over the next week and see if they're in at the same time. You can meet with them for a coffee. And this could be a stakeholder, it could be a team member, it could be a direct report, actually, but hopefully not as a direct report. Hopefully you've had a chance to have a one-to-one there. But it could be a client, it could be a customer. So think, there is absolutely, I can guarantee you, there is one person that you have not had an opportunity to introduce yourself one-to-one. And don't assume people know who you are. Don't assume people know your role. Don't assume all of these things. Making that one-to-one introduction is so, so important, so that you can share with them your role, and also that they can share with you their role, and you know, what's important for them, and how you can be of mutual value to each other as well, going back to my previous point. So they're really, really important. And now this is just 3 simple steps to get you started with developing your value and visibility towards achieving your next career goals, that you can actually decide to put into your calendar every single week. And they are to share a win, share value, and make an introduction. So now it's over to you to think about what are your 3 visibility and value contributions for the next week. So keeping this in mind, if you feel that you are ready to get on a success path to leading your career towards achieving your next career goals, well, that is exactly what I'm supporting my clients to do within the Career Growth Accelerator program. And it's for individuals who want the next level of clarity and success in their careers. And this is the program where I coach and mentor you step by step to reach your next level career goals. And I also have some special bonuses for those who are joining by March the 10th. So if you want to find out more about this program, I'm going to ask you to send me an email. I'll put my email in the comments under here. Send me an email with the word career, and I will get you some further details. And this is my Career Growth Accelerator program. It supports individuals with a defined success path to clarify, articulate, and to lead their careers on their terms. So I've got some really interesting upgrades in this program this year, which includes some international guest speakers, which will be alongside the current success path and coaching and mentorship that's part of the program. So it's really, really exciting program to be part of, a great bunch of individuals. So yes, get in touch if you'd like to know more. Send me an email with the word career on it, and I'll get you more details. I'll leave my email address within the comments. And also, as part of today, if you have any questions on what I shared with you around the 3 steps to increase your visibility and value in 1 week, then send me an email, comment below, let me know your questions. I'd be delighted to hear them. And yes, so thank you so much for joining me today. And I will be back here next week at 1 p.m. for more ideas and insights and helping you to lead your career.